Hello there, it is I, the RBY Great, here to teach you about RBY, I guess. Yeah, that's what I'm here to do. Okay, you're a little bit too loud. My god, it's loud. Okay. I am here to make this series, RBYOU, like teaching you about RBYOU. So, let's get right into it. So, here, to get into the tier, that is the first episode. So, to get into the tier, couple of essentials are needed, I guess. So you need a sample. So you need to start with a sample team. So first of all, I'm going to teach you how to play the tier, and then I'm going to teach you the nuances of the tier. So how to play the tier? Well, the VR is a good place to start. This is the RBY OU viability rankings. I'm going to be a bit all over the place here. Editing will probably fix that. Maybe not. I'm not that good of an editor. Let's see. I don't think the editing should rewrite a video. Anyways, so here is the viability rankings. So the S rank are the ones that are mandatory. There is no if. There is no if not. There is no if not. There is no crucial comma if not. Reserved for Pokemon which pose a very significant offensive or defensive threat, constantly harming or walling the opposing team. The roles these Pokemon can fulfill are mandatory for RBY teams, and these mons are the best in their circles. The big three normals. So, my god, my throat is stupid. Anyway, the big three normals are Tauros, Snorlax, and Chansey. Wait, what? Okay, what? Okay, there we go. What's going on loose? So let's jump to Gen 1 OU. Yeah. So Gen 1 OU is a past Gen OU. So there are several, you could call them, I don't know if you could call them, you could take them as you want, but there's a very solved tier almost, right? Like we know what's good, we know what's not good, unless Crystal drops another bomb on us, which gets Golem to C rank. Yeah, we mostly know what's good and what's not good. So the big three are mons that are absolutely necessary on every single team, right? Like every single team needs to have the big three. They can be running different sets, of course, because any set of the big three will merge together. Obviously, Tauros needs to run Slam Beam with Blizzard and either Thunderbolt, Fire Blast, or Earthquake. So that's the only Tauros set. But with Lax, like you have like 4 different sets, and Chansey you have like 6. Like these are you can mix and max. What am I saying? You can mix and match these sets to your liking. So Chansey has like 7 moves which are good, and you can mix and match any of those moves and it will be good. So those are the big three, and here we have A rank, the 3 psychic types. So they're all extremely consistent mons. You can run a team of 3 psychics and 3 normals. It's actually preferred in the Ubers tier, but this is OU, not Ubers. So yeah, here we have the 3 psychics. I would say you should only run one of these, but 2 of these is completely fine. You can run Alakazam at the front, Eggy at the back. These guys have no real weaknesses because Psychic has no weaknesses here aside from Jolteon Spin Missile, and Jolteon Spin Missile isn't even like that high of an attacking move. Like Executor is 4 times weak to the move, and let's see here how much Eggy takes from. Wait, let's see how much egg he takes from Jolteon's Spin Missile. Wait, yeah, it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't run Pin Missile, but I like running. Why are you running Rest? What is this stupid calc team? You have to run Pin Missile here. Pin Missile is a 30.5 to 36% range. Of course, you could say Eggy has good defense, but even on the Alakazam, Pin Missile does less than Thunderbolt, which is humiliating. Let's say that Alakazam's 135 special. So Psychic has no weaknesses here. So you should always run one Psychic type. 2 or even 3 is excusable. But 1 is practically mandatory. Starmie is the most consistent because Starmie is the most riskless here because Eggy is a bit slower and Zam is a bit frail on the physical side. So you have to, you're walking on a bit of eggshells while using it because obviously it's Thunder Wave compensates for it because the only mon that can really hurt Zam without being afraid of T-Wave is Lax. Or afraid of Psychic, because Rhydon's afraid of Psychic. Yeah, Lax is really the only one. And even then, a paralyzed Snorlax, it can come in handy in the late game. And you can risk that damage, because Alakazam has 32 uses of Recover. So, under the Slowbro, you should not be using Slowbro either. Honestly, B plus is the only real layer that you should be using. You should be selecting from the big 3, obviously, but other than that, the rest 3 you should be selecting from Starmie, Executor, Alakazam, Rhydon, Zapdos, Twister, Jinx. So today we're going to be using a team that is exactly how it's like. I'm not using the exact same team. I'm replacing Surf with Psychic here because I think it's better. So here, this is the team we're going to be using today. I'm going to be teaching you how Abhiwai is played with this team. Obviously, this team is a bit different because I'm going to teach you how to use the Executor because that's going to be something that's very necessary. So that's the VR. So these are the sample teams. Now, these are not the only sample teams, because Ruins of Elf has sample teams for every single tier every single past gen tier that has ever really existed. So you have some Gen 1 OU teams, but really this is seen mostly because even in the sample teams, you have a Me Groudon, I think. Oh, you don't. Oh, they just removed every single Slowbro tab. Oh, they have this. But okay. So yeah, some exclusive sample teams are here. Smogon, but any tier you're learning, like not just ABYOU, smogon.com/ROA is going to help you a lot. And now this is Pokemon Perfect. Something that started ABY. Now, as you can see in the VR, the threads are only from 2013. Because before that, Smogon was not the definitive site. And by the way, my mic sounds horrible. I think I said this already, did I? I don't remember. But that's because my microphone has stopped working. So I'm recording from the inbuilt mic of my laptop, which probably sucks. Anyways. So it only starts from 2013 because after 2013 was when Smogon adopted Showdown. So that's when Smogon became the definitive site because people were so spoiled with Showdown that they just want to play on Showdown. But before that, we played on a honor system basis with I only started playing hardware in 2016. But before that, the guys like Amaranth, Foopies, Blake Von Karma, like those guys played on I think it was, I don't know where it was, but Pokemon Perfect was when RBY really started to explode and creativity really kicked in. Obviously, we were playing IBY wrong all along because Crystal hadn't dropped the bomb on us. But yeah, so this is Pokemon Perfect. I don't think I need to talk about that any longer. But another resource that isn't talked about a lot, which is wrong, it should be, is the RBY Discord. So this is the RBY Discord. It has a ton of, you can see me talking here, making some jokes. So this is the RBY Discord. So it's like, yeah, it's a chill place to hang out, and more importantly, it's a chill place to learn because some of the best players, Amaranth, Enigami, Plagueborn Kama, some of the best. What just happened? Okay, some of the best players of RBY, not they don't even need to be a mod, right? Like they can just be a good player. For example, uh, uh, Claire de Lune is not a mod. However, they are an RBY tournament host, and yeah, as you can see here, it's just full of strong players who will answer your queries. So that's an extremely good place to hang out. So now I will be teaching you how to play a beginner RBY game, because now my ladder rank is low because there is my warm-up game. Okay, I'm playing on my account that is bruised. Oh wait, what the sound? Since when was the sound? I have sound here. Yeah, since when was the sound? Anyways, so here we start off with an Eggy lead. So one thing that you should always keep in mind is the damage gap. So give me a second here. Wait, what? Okay, why is it not zooming? Please zoom. What are you doing? Okay, there we go. I guess it zoomed something. Please, why are you killing me? Oh God. Okay, I guess this is gonna be taking a little while. Okay, there we go. So here we have the damage calc. Go to RBY. So Executor does not have a lot of area to run Mega Drain, which is how it hits Stami super effectively. And Stami is a good sleep absorber. So I feel safe going for Thunder Wave here. Even if it hits the sleep powder, which sucks because a 75% accuracy, hitting a 75% accuracy move through paralysis is only like a 50% chance. I'm running a double psychic beam here, as you can see. So here, I'm going to scout out and do some damage to the Eggy with my own Eggy. So this is good for me because I have a good matchup. And now he's not letting his Snorlax get stepped. No. It's fine. I'm going for it anyway. Because now I get a free turn with Zap. Or I get to paralyze the Chansey. I don't really care about my Zap getting paralyzed here, which actually does not happen. Okay, he's more interested in damage, I see. Here you don't really care about your Zap getting paralyzed because most of his team is revealed. Actually, all of his team is revealed because he has Taurus the back. So his team is Eggy, Gar, and Stami, which is not that good of a team, particularly because it's not leading Gar. So here, I only really have one choice. I go into Reflect Lax, which is faster, and I just Earthquake here scouting counter because this can be a triple KO chance. Of course, you have to be worried about that. And it catches a Gengar switch. That's not as important because I don't think you're switching in Gengar here anyways. If he does, it's fine for me. Good for me, obviously, but yo, got it. No reason not to go for Earthquake again. I was just scouting the counter, okay? But anyways, so Starmie slept. Both of our Starmies is slept, and we have 0 turns of sleep. However, he knows my team. I know his team. So now it's just getting chipped on each other, and he booms, which is absolutely fine. I did not expect that boom. I think he would. I actually thought he would conserve it a bit longer. But okay, my egg is at full, which means I tank. Actually, do I? Let's see, how much does Psychic do to Tauros? Exeg. I haven't played in a long while. I should probably play more. Explosion does enough. Slam beam kills, yeah? Yeah, explosion does enough. I should be able to explode it safely. Or should I? Probably not. Yeah. Now I can look for what do you call it? The special lowering. Yep, get it. That's a crit ice beam. I didn't like that. But okay, I get the lax. That's very good. Eggy is chipped, yes, but he can always boom on the Chansey, he can always boom with Starmie, he can. Only thing that's slow. Actually, yeah, the only thing that's faster than Eggy is Tauros right now. Which means Eggy has a lot of booming chances, so now sacking Snorlax to Tauros doesn't seem that bad. Actually, because actually maybe I can go all out here on the Tauros war. This is a very see, because in RBY I'm playing this for fun. So I don't need to manage probability as much. But here I don't want my Eggy to die. Or do I? Actually, let's try this. Yep, he dies. Which is fine. Because now you're forced to switch. Because I'm not sure that Hyper Beam kills here. Might, but crit Hyper Beam definitely kills. But I don't think a regular Hyper Beam kills Zapdos from me. If it does, I'm screwed, but no, it is not. Wait, why is he staying in? Okay, I'm just T-waving this thing. Yeah, if he wants to stay in, then sure. Stay in and get T-waved to hell. This is the problem about bad RBYs. Like, I was sure he would switch to Chansey. Granted, he did get him. Actually, he did not get any return. Because now my Tauros comes in. That's some background noise. So now I am faster. And Slam is good against everything. Yeah, nothing can switch in. And of course, against I always have my Chansey at the back against Eggy. And Eggy will have to boom if he wants to take out Chansey. Which is good for me because Starmie is asleep. You typically do not want Eggy booming on your Chansey. But that's mid game. This is the end game. Which can be a bit surprising considering he forfeited. I haven't the last time I played I went on a big losing streak, so I lost a lot of rating. But now I'm fine. But okay. So that's the game, eh? So he made a lot of mistakes. Let's actually check the sleep play. Let's see how he did. Wait, what? Hello? What? Okay, there we go. So here, okay, apparently clicking does not work anymore. So we will have to let's see. So here I lead with Stami. So here Eggy lead is actually very uncommon nowadays because Eggy is typically seen as the worst of the five main leads. The five main leads of RBY, the three psychics, executors, Stami, or you can categorize them into paralysis leads and sleep leads. Sleep leads are Jinx and Gengar. The paralysis leads are Stami, Executor, and Alakazam. So what the paralysis leads and the sleep lead do are the paralysis leads. When I used to play, they always click the T-Wave turn 1. But after Jinx started emerging, they stopped clicking T-Wave turn 1. And now they've restarted clicking T-Wave turn 1. But here, Executor is actually the riskiest of the three sleep leads because it loses hard to the paralysis. Yeah. Wait, no, Eggy is a sleep lead. I'm sorry. Yeah. Why did I categorize Eggy as what is happening here? Anyways, yeah, Eggy is seen as the riskiest of the three sleep leads because it's slower. Which means it's slower of all the five leads, which means it can get Stardust first. So this is why I was so confident in going for T-Wave here. Because landing a sleep powder through a T-Wave is like a 60, 50, 55% chance. Which is like a coin flip. He gets the coin flip, of course, as you can see here. But of course, it's not the end of the world here because Stami is the best sleep absorber. And he switches into Gengar, which is not good. If you're using Gengar, you use it as lead. Then don't use it. If you don't use it as lead, don't use it. Here, I actually psychic here because I was very ambitious. I thought he would actually Nightshade here. So I psychic, but he did not. So now I sleep the Stami. So both our Stamis are slept. However, this actually comes into play later during the game because a slept Stami cannot take care of the Taurus. A non-sleeping Stami, an awake Stami can. Okay, a paralyzed Stami can't, but a Stami that's not paralyzed can take care of the Taurus. Stami that's not statused. I mean, what is happening to me? Anyways, so here, exploding on the Chansey is actually a good play here, but however, here my opponent is a big dum-dum and lets me T-Wave his Chansey, which is seen as a good play by many, but now you're running Bolt Beam Chansey, which is I don't like it because my Stami does not have Ice Beam. So I'm happy T-Waving this Chansey because my Stami does not have Ice Beam and the only mon with ice moves is my own Chansey, which I'm not bringing, I don't feel comfortable because my Chansey might get frozen, right? So anyways, so here I just click Earthquake to scout out counter, but it just switches into Gengar, so that's something. I was actually expecting the explosion here, but I didn't really react to it because I was like, Stami might die. I don't know if Stami... Actually, I'll check if Stami lives. Let's see. If Stami lives, then I feel real stupid. It probably does. Yeah, it does comfortably, but... I don't know what I was doing here, but okay. Here, Eggy... Yeah, Eggy can handle it. Here, I was looking... Here, I looked at the explosion. Galaxy only did 69 to 81%, which is fine because it still wins you a Tauros War. But I was very ambitious here, and I wanted the special drop, so that I could bring out my Zapdos and do stuff with it. Anyways, regardless, I still brought out my Zapdos here. as you can see. The Tauros killed me, and I bought out my Zapdos. Now here, this is a mistake you should never do. You never do this. I was expecting, because it's a no-brainer. You do not let your Tauros get paralyzed. A paralyzed Tauros is a dead Tauros. Because what makes Tauros great is its speed. Without its speed, Tauros is worthless. It's worthless. It's as worth. Okay, it's not as worthless as a freezed mon, but still worthless. You don't want a Tauros to get paralyzed. Here, I was 100% expecting him to get switched to Chansey and take the Thunderbolt, because Chansey still comfortably lives. Chansey still comfortably lives. What do you call it? Drill Peck, right? Yeah, Drill Peck. That's the move. Zapdos, Chansey. Oh my God, why is there so much background? Okay, so yeah, it only does 31 to 36. That's like stupid damage. Like, you heal it off. So you want your Chansey to actually be chipped before you bring in Zapdos, but here I just wanted to chip Chansey, so I made a little bit of a dumb play here, but he did not switch it, so I was like, well, I'm gonna paralyze it, so I did, and he did not Hyper Beam. Now, this is also a mistake you should never do. If you've seen, I'm eating something. Okay. If you've seen all three of your opponent's mons, Starmie, Exeggutor, Zapdos, that's my non-big three mons. Eggy, Gengar, Starmie, that's his non-big three mons. If you've seen it and it does not include a Rhydon, go haywire with your Hyper Beam spamming. Obviously, there's a risk to it. What's gonna switch in? Snorlax is probably not switching in. Chansey is not switching in. Tauros might be able to switch in, but a crit kills it. So you don't want to risk that. So it's like, yeah, Snorlax still lives, but really you shouldn't be this reluctant to Hyper Beam. I'm not switching into Snorlax, right? Like, still it's a 21% crit rate. Like, obviously you shouldn't be expecting crits all the time. Please don't do that. 21% is not 100%. 21% is about the same as a Dark Pulse flinch rate. You can pray for one. But yeah, it happens more often, but it's not guaranteed. But players should not be this reluctant to Hyper Beam. Please stop being this. If you want to Hyper Beam, do it. There is no risk in this situation. I am sacking my Zapdos to your Tauros because I've already paralyzed it. You're still lost anyways. There is no risk to extending your loss. You're not coming back from this. My Tauros will sweep you. So he just forfeited here. So here I'll explain what the further dynamics of this are. So I body slam here. If he switches into Eggy, I switch into my Snorlax. He can boom if he wants to. He can double edge if he wants to. He's paralyzed. Because now Exeggutor does not actually do enough to do a KO. So rest is actually a great move here, because if he explodes, he's taking himself out with him. So I just clean up the rest of your team. Chansey dead. Starmie, you're sleeping. Tauros 6% and paralyzed. Right? So my Tauros cleans up the rest of your team. I don't care. It's worth it. So here I would have rested here. Because here Psychic does not even with a special drop on this after the second Psychic. So let's say it does 32. All right. I'm looking at like a decent, like 96% damage here. Let's wait. No, what am I doing? Let's say it's minus special. Psychic. still does not do enough to kill. So yeah, still does not do enough to Oko. I'm sorry, 68. Yeah, Psychic still does not do enough to Oko. It's only a 23% chance. So that means, wait, no, Psychic. That's Explosion. That's not even Psychic. So yeah, so Eggy was dead from the start. Eggy didn't have a chance. And chance is paralyzed, which means I would have just EQ'd. And even if I did get paralyzed, I was fine because my Tauros is can my chance he can live. Your Tauros is 6%. You're this ship. You're not winning this. So even if my Tauros was paralyzed, I could have still won this. So that was the replay. And I guess that was RBY, learning RBY for you, part 1. So I'll see you people next week. Just because this is Sunday, okay? So yeah, next week it is.